Imagine harvesting hundreds of pounds of fresh organic vegetables right from your own modest backyard garden plot this summer season. These top high-yield crops will maximize your homegrown harvest while saving you hundreds of dollars on grocery bills continuously. With rising food prices across the United States, growing your own nutrient-dense vegetables has become an absolute financial necessity today. Many beginner gardeners waste valuable time, space, and money on difficult plants that yield frustratingly small amounts of produce. Today we solve that exact problem by revealing the absolute easiest, most productive vegetables for any suburban home gardener. By selecting these proven varieties, you will ensure a continuous weekly supply of fresh produce all season long effortlessly. We carefully evaluated each plant based on total harvest weight, resistance to pests, and overall climate resilience nationwide. Whether you have a massive backyard plot or simple patio containers, these 10 vegetables will perform exceptionally well everywhere. In this comprehensive 30-minute guide, we will break down the essential planting techniques, care schedules, and harvesting strategies. You will learn how to harvest maximum yields from minimal square footage using smart vertical growing techniques and soil management. We will also cover critical common mistakes that cause complete crop failures so you can avoid unnecessary garden heartbreaks. Investing your time in watching this full video will guarantee a dramatically higher return on your vegetable gardening investment. Get ready to transform your outdoor space into a highly efficient food production powerhouse starting right now this season. Make sure to grab a notebook because we are sharing actionable expert tips throughout every single chapter of this presentation. Let us dive straight into the fundamental foundations every successful beginner must set up before planting a single seed. Building a rock-solid foundation is the single most critical factor for securing massive, healthy harvests every single year. Rule number 1 is always prioritize your soil health by incorporating high-quality aged compost and essential organic amendments. Rule number 2 requires selecting a garden location that receives at least 6 to 8 hours of direct daily sunlight. Rule number 3 emphasizes consistent moisture management through automated drip irrigation to prevent severe plant stress effectively. Without these 3 core elements established first, even the highest yielding vegetable varieties will struggle to produce high yields. American soils vary drastically by region, making organic soil testing vital before adding high amounts of specific fertilizers. Checking pH levels ensures your vegetables can access essential micronutrients needed for rapid growth and heavy fruit production. Mulching garden beds with natural organic straw keeps soil cool during scorching summer months, while suppressing competitive weeds completely. Investing in simple, durable tools like sturdy trowels and hand cultivators will save you endless manual labor over time. Vertical support structures like heavy-duty cattle panels allow you to double your total harvest per square foot effortlessly. Tracking local rainfall amounts with a reliable gauge helps prevent overwatering, which frequently leads to destructive root rot. Creating your own homemade compost from kitchen scraps recycles valuable household waste into rich, free fertilizer for crops. Inoculating roots with beneficial fungi boosts nutrient uptake dramatically, establishing resilient plant systems capable of resisting disease. Proper spacing between plants guarantees maximum airflow, drastically reducing common fungal foliage issues like destructive powdery mildew. Gentle watering practices protect tender young roots and stem tissues from unnecessary physical damage during early development stages. Installing physical barriers early protects your growing investment from invasive insects, destructive birds, and curious neighborhood wildlife. Companion planting companion flowers like vibrant marigolds naturally deters harmful pests while attracting valuable pollinating insects continuously. Taking these foundational preparation steps sets you up for guaranteed success as we explore our 10 top-yielding vegetables. Keeping a simple garden journal helps track planting schedules, climate variations, and seasonal performance for future continuous improvements. Patience and consistency during this setup phase will save you countless hours of frustrating troubleshooting later in summer. Strong soil leads directly to resilient plants that resist disease and yield heavy quantities of delicious produce effortlessly. Now that our foundational framework is solid, let us jump directly into crop category number 1 for beginner gardeners. We will start with the easiest, most rewarding basic vegetables that deliver instant success for absolute beginner growers. These starter plants require minimal expert knowledge, while providing continuous daily harvests for fresh, crisp family salads. Let us explore vegetable number 1, the absolute king of fast yields and simple maintenance in home gardens. Number 1 on our list is loose leaf lettuce, the fastest and most forgiving crop for any small home plot. Unlike head lettuce varieties, loose leaf types allow you to harvest outer leaves continually throughout the entire growing season. Loose leaf lettuce grows rapidly from seed to harvest in as little as 30 days during spring and fall. Using the cut-and-come-again harvest method guarantees a constant supply of sweet, fresh greens for your daily salad bowl. Provide partial shade during midsummer heat spells to prevent your lettuce crop from bolting and turning bitter prematurely. Number 2 is the rapid-growing radish, famous for maturing from seed to harvest in just 21 short days. Radishes require minimal vertical space, making them perfect intercropping fillers between slower-growing garden vegetables like sweet peppers. They break up hard, compacted soil naturally while providing beginner gardeners with quick, early-season confidence and reliable harvests. Sow radish seeds every 10 days throughout spring for a continuous, non-stop harvest of crunchy, peppery root vegetables. Always thin young radish seedlings early to ensure roots have plenty of physical space to expand properly underground. Number 3 on our beginner list is nutrient-dense spinach, a cold-hardy powerhouse that thrives in early spring gardens. Spinach produces massive quantities of iron-rich leaves in compact garden footprints, yielding continuously under proper moisture management. This crop tolerates freezing temperatures effortlessly, allowing you to extend your productive growing season into early winter. Harvest individual outer leaves regularly to encourage the inner growing point to keep pushing out new, fresh foliage. Apply liquid nitrogen organic fertilizer bi-weekly to stimulate rapid, tender leaf growth and prevent pale yellowing leaves. Number 4 is bush green beans, an extraordinarily productive crop that requires zero vertical trellising or support. Bush beans fix nitrogen directly into the soil naturally, improving overall garden fertility while producing pounds of crunchy pods. A small 6-foot row of bush beans can yield several pounds of delicious snap beans every single week. Pick pods frequently when young and tender to trigger the plant to continue flowering and producing new crops. Avoid working around wet bean foliage to prevent spreading common bacterial leaf blights across your entire vegetable garden. Number 5 is summer squash and zucchini, legendary for producing staggering quantities of fresh produce from single plants. Just 2 healthy zucchini plants can easily supply an average American family with endless fresh squashes all summer long. They mature rapidly from seed, producing abundant flowers that quickly transform into tender, heavy vegetables within mere days. Harvest zucchinis when small and tender to enjoy superior flavor and encourage the plant to produce continuously nonstop. Inspect main stems regularly for squash vine borers to catch early infestations before they destroy whole healthy vines. Now that we have covered basic starter crops, let us move into intermediate-level, high-yield garden options. These crops require slightly more structural management, but reward gardeners with massive nutritional value and heavy harvests. Number 6 on our ultimate list is cherry tomatoes, the undisputed queen of continuous summer yields for beginners. Indeterminate cherry tomato vines yield hundreds of sweet, juicy fruits from early summer straight until the first frost. Compared to large beefsteak varieties, cherry tomatoes crack less often and mature significantly faster in unpredictable weather. Prune lower leaf suckers regularly to maintain clean airflow and focus plant energy into producing heavy, sweet fruit. Provide heavy vertical support early, using strong, tall cages or stakes to keep heavy, loaded vines off damp ground. Number 7 on our high-yield list is pole beans, the ultimate vertical space saver for compact suburban backyards. Pole beans produce 3 times more total yield per square foot than bush beans over an extended harvest period. They utilize vertical airspace brilliantly, allowing you to produce maximum food without sacrificing valuable raised bed space. Guide young climbing tendrils onto trellis wires early to establish proper upward growth patterns across your garden structure. Harvest beans every 2 days continuously to encourage plants to produce new delicate flowers throughout late summer. Number 8 is Swiss chard, a breathtakingly beautiful leaf crop that stands up to scorching summer heat effortlessly. Swiss chard provides a continuous harvest of crisp, nutritious greens from early spring straight into late fall freezing weather. Unlike delicate spinach varieties, Swiss chard rarely bolts during high midsummer temperatures, delivering reliable productivity always. Snap off outer mature stems near the ground, allowing central young leaves to continue growing rapidly for future meals. Keep soil consistently moist around root zones to ensure stems remain tender, crisp, and filled with sweet, mild flavor. Number 9 is curly and lacinato kale, the ultimate winter-hardy superfood crop for high-density homestead gardening. Kale produces dense, nutrient-packed leaves continuously over 10 full months, proving to be an exceptionally valuable plant choice. Light autumn frosts actually sweeten kale leaves by converting stored starches into natural sugars, improving culinary quality. Strip lower mature leaves from the central stalk upwards, allowing the plant to grow tall like a miniature tree. Cover young spring kale with light insect mesh netting to protect leaves from destructive cabbage moth caterpillars completely. Number 10 on our high-yield list is vining cucumbers, offering incredible productivity when trained to grow upward vertically. Vertical cucumber training keeps fruits clean, straight, and remarkably easy to spot among thick, dark green summer foliage. A well-managed vertical cucumber vine can yield up to 20 pounds of fresh, crisp cucumbers during peak season. Harvest cucumbers while firm and dark green, preventing overripe fruits from signaling the vine to stop producing new flowers. Water plants deeply at soil level rather than overhead to prevent moisture from encouraging destructive powdery mildew infections. Now we step into the advanced tier of ultra-high-yield crops that maximize every inch of garden space. These crops demand higher heat and longer growing seasons, but deliver incredible culinary versatility and high market value. Number 11 is the Japanese eggplant, an exceptional crop that thrives in warm summer climates across America. Japanese eggplants yield far more fruits per plant than large Western globe varieties while featuring thinner, delicate skins. They produce continuously through intense heat spikes when other delicate crops wilt, maintaining heavy production late into autumn. Harvest fruits when skin is extremely glossy. Dull skin indicates the seeds inside have begun to turn bitter. Protect young eggplant foliage early from flea beetles using organic neem spray or lightweight floating row covers. Number 12 on our list is sweet bell peppers, high-value garden staples that save significant grocery store dollars. While peppers take longer to ripen fully, mature plants produce heavy clusters of thick-walled, crisp peppers repeatedly. Their compact growth habit makes them ideal candidates for small raised beds, containers, or intensive urban patio gardening. Pinch off first early blossoms to force the plant to build stronger roots before setting large, heavy pepper fruits. Provide adequate calcium in soil to prevent blossom end rot from ruining your developing sweet pepper crop during summer. Number 13 is sweet potatoes, an incredible heat-tolerant root crop that produces massive caloric density per foot. A single sweet potato slip can yield up to 5 pounds of nutritious, long-storing tubers underneath the soil surface. Their spreading leafy vines naturally act as a living ground cover, shading out weeds and suppressing soil evaporation. Plant slips in loose, well-draining soil mounds to give developing tubers freedom to expand without physical resistance. Cure harvested sweet potatoes in a warm, humid spot for 10 days to convert starches into sweet, delicious sugars. Number 14 is sugar snap peas, the ultimate early spring vertical producer for cool climate garden setups. Snap peas offer edible pods and sweet seeds, providing double the usable food weight compared to traditional shelling peas. They thrive in chilly early spring weather, producing heavy sweet harvests weeks before other summer crops even get planted. Erect a netting trellis at planting time so delicate climbing tendrils have immediate support as soon as seeds sprout. Pick pea pods daily once plump to prevent them from becoming tough and to keep new blossoms forming rapidly. Number 15 is butternut squash, an exceptional long storage crop that provides high nutritional value all winter long. A single healthy butternut vine can produce up to 6 heavy squashes that store safely for 6 full months. Their dense, sweet orange flesh is packed with vitamin A, making them one of the most rewarding winter staples. Allow squashes to mature fully on the vine until stems turn dry and corky before harvesting for long-term storage. Cure harvested squashes in warm sun for 2 weeks to harden rinds completely before transferring them into cool storage. Having covered our complete crop roster, let us transition into essential, specialized maintenance techniques for peak yields. To maximize yields across all these top vegetables, mastering precise watering techniques becomes your top daily priority. Drip irrigation systems deliver water directly to plant root zones while keeping delicate leaves completely dry and clean. Overhead watering frequently invites foliage diseases like powdery mildew, which can quickly destroy an entire healthy crop. Installing an inexpensive battery-powered water timer ensures your garden receives consistent moisture even while you are away. Consistent soil moisture prevents severe fruit cracking in ripening tomatoes and keeps sweet peppers growing steadily all summer. Adding a thick layer of organic mulch around plant bases conserves moisture while suppressing invasive weeds naturally. Organic mulches like clean wheat straw, shredded leaves, or wood chips gradually decompose and enrich soil organic matter. Always keep mulch a few inches away from main plant stems to prevent excess moisture accumulation and rot. Now let us focus on organic fertilization strategies designed to power continuous leaf and fruit development all season. Heavy-feeding vegetables like tomatoes, eggplants, and squashes require steady nutrients throughout their active flowering cycles. Liquid kelp and fish emulsion fertilizers supply readily available nitrogen and microminerals for rapid plant growth absorption. Applying organic liquid fertilizers every 2 weeks boosts crop resilience and encourages heavy, continuous flower formation throughout summer. Excessive nitrogen fertilizer promotes massive dark green leaves while severely delaying fruit production on tomato and pepper plants. Switching to high phosphorus and potassium fertilizers during flowering encourages strong root systems and abundant sweet fruits. Pruning is another vital management technique that dramatically increases overall harvest yields while preserving plant health long-term. Removing lower leaves touching the soil prevents soil-borne fungal spores from splashing up onto healthy upper plant foliage. Thinning dense canopy leaves improves sunlight penetration and air circulation throughout the center of your vegetable plants. Pinching out non-productive side shoots on climbing crops directs vital plant energy into developing larger, higher quality vegetables. Vertical trellising turns compact garden plots into highly efficient food forests by utilizing vertical airspace above ground beds. Sturdy bamboo teepees and wooden arbors provide excellent support for heavy climbing pole beans and sweet snap peas. Vertical support structures make harvesting vastly easier while keeping delicate crops away from hungry soil-dwelling insect pests. Training vining cucumbers onto wire mesh grids keeps mature fruits perfectly straight, uniform, clean, and disease-free continuously. Pest control is another essential daily responsibility that requires proactive monitoring rather than late reactive chemical treatments. Inspecting leaf undersides regularly allows you to catch small insect egg clusters before destructive caterpillars hatch and spread. Planting insectary flowers like sweet alyssum and cosmos attracts predatory insects that naturally consume destructive garden aphids daily. Handpicking large pests like hornworms early in the morning effectively protects tomato vines without using harmful chemical sprays. Floating insect row covers provide an impenetrable physical barrier against flea beetles, cabbage loopers, and destructive leaf miners. Remove floating covers temporarily when crops begin flowering to allow beneficial native bees to pollinate blossom heads successfully. Organic insecticidal soaps and horticultural oils break down soft-bodied pests on contact, without leaving long-lasting toxic residues. Companion planting is an ancient practice that combines compatible vegetable varieties to maximize beneficial plant growth synergies naturally. Planting fragrant basil beside tomato vines improves overall fruit flavor while repelling thrips, hornworms, and common houseflies. Aromatic French marigolds secrete natural soil compounds that deter harmful root knot nematodes from attacking delicate vegetable roots. Intercropping fast-harvest radishes with slow-growing carrots naturally loosens soil and maximizes early garden bed spatial efficiency. Succession planting ensures an unending supply of fresh produce by sowing small batches of seeds every 2 weeks. Staggering planting dates prevents sudden, overwhelming harvests of short-lived crops like crisp radishes, spinach, and bush green beans. Replacing harvested spring crops immediately with heat-tolerant summer varieties keeps your garden beds productive throughout the season. Extending your growing season into late autumn allows you to enjoy fresh homegrown harvests long after summer ends. Simple cold frames built from reclaimed glass windows trap solar heat and protect cold hardy greens during freezing nights. Heavyweight frost blankets draped over metal hoops safeguard tender crops from unexpected early autumn sub-freezing temperature spikes. Harvesting techniques directly impact overall plant longevity and determine whether a vegetable continues producing new yields or stops. Always use clean, sharp bypass pruners when harvesting thick vegetable stems to prevent tearing fragile vascular plant tissues. Harvesting crops during early morning hours ensures vegetables contain peak sugar content and maximum crisp hydration freshness. Leaving mature, overripe fruits on vines signals plans to halt blossom production and focus energy on seed maturation. Storing harvested greens in cool, damp conditions preserves crispness and prevents rapid wilting before kitchen processing or eating. Container gardening opens up food growing opportunities for urban dwellers with limited yard space or sunny apartment balconies. Selecting large grow bags or 5-gallon buckets provides ample root volume for heavy-yielding crops like cherry tomatoes. Container plants dry out much faster than ground beds, requiring daily watering attention during hot midsummer heat waves. Mixing high-quality potting soil with slow-release organic fertilizer creates a nutrient-rich growing environment inside small containers. Weed management requires consistent early intervention to prevent invasive wild plants from stealing valuable moisture and soil nutrients. Shallow cultivation with a sharp stirrup hoe cuts weed seedlings off at soil surface level before roots establish deeply. Dense plant spacing creates a natural living leaf canopy that shades out weed seeds and keeps soil temperatures cool. Compost tea made by steeping aged compost in aerated water delivers living beneficial microorganisms directly to plant foliage. Foliar feeding with compost tea strengthens plant immune responses and creates protective biological shields against fungal spore attacks. Crop rotation prevents soil-borne pathogens and specialized insect pests from accumulating in garden bed soils year after year. Rotate heavy-feeding nightshade crops like tomatoes and peppers to new garden beds every 3 years for optimal health. Planting legume cover crops like crimson clover during winter fixes atmospheric nitrogen while building rich topsoil structure naturally. Cover crops prevent valuable topsoil erosion during winter heavy rains while providing massive organic material for spring tilling. Testing soil pH annually helps maintain optimal acidity levels between 6.0 and 6.8 for crops. Adding agricultural lime raises acidic soil pH, whereas elemental sulfur lowers alkaline soil pH for maximum nutrient availability. Applying these advanced maintenance techniques guarantees your vegetable garden achieves maximum productivity and health all season long. Proper handling immediately after harvest preserves nutrition, crisp texture, and shelf life for your homegrown vegetables. Saving seeds from open-pollinated heirloom vegetables preserves unique genetics and adapts plants to your local microclimate. Store saved seeds in airtight glass jars with desiccant packs in a cool, dark place for long-term germination viability. Dehydrating surplus tomatoes and herbs creates intense seasonal flavors that store safely in pantries for months. Canning preserves summer abundance into pantry staples, providing nutritious meals throughout late autumn and winter. Pickling cucumbers with garlic, dill, and brine retains crunch while enhancing flavor with beneficial natural preservation. Root cellaring keeps hardy root crops fresh for months using cool temperatures and controlled humidity levels naturally. Curing winter squash in warm air hardens rinds, preventing rot and allowing storage for over 6 months easily. Bringing garden produce directly to the dining table maximizes micronutrients and connects growers with seasonal food cycles. As autumn ends, post-season bed maintenance prepares garden soil structure for optimal spring root development. Cleaning, sharpening, and oiling hand tools prevents corrosion and extends equipment life across many planting seasons. Conditioning wooden handles with linseed oil stops splintering and keeps wooden tools sturdy during heavy labor. Draining and storing irrigation hoses indoors prevents frost cracking during freezing winter temperature drops. Applying silicone grease to threads ensures leak-free connections and effortless reassembly when spring arrives. Building 3-bin compost systems accelerates decomposition by organizing material from raw waste to finished humus. Monitoring compost temperature ensures pile heat kills weed seeds and soil pathogens without destroying beneficial bacteria. Turning compost piles regularly introduces oxygen, fueling aerobic microorganisms that break down organic waste efficiently. Vermicomposting with red wigglers transforms kitchen scraps into nutrient-rich worm castings ideal for delicate seedlings. Indoor worm composting operates silently, year-round, converting kitchen waste into valuable organic soil amendments. Sifting worm castings removes undecomposed scraps, producing fine particle humus ready for potting soil mixes. Passive solar greenhouses extend food production into sub-zero winters using sun energy trapped within insulated walls. Water barrels absorb thermal energy during bright daytime hours, radiating heat back at night to protect plants. Combining passive solar heating with inner frost blankets allows winter harvests of spinach, claytonia, and mache. Winter planning provides time to review past garden logs and refine bed layouts for maximum efficiency next spring. Selecting disease-resistant vegetable varieties reduces maintenance demands and secures consistent yields under varying weather conditions. Testing older seed packet germination rates prevents unexpected empty space when direct sowing seeds in spring. Setting up energy-efficient LED grow lights indoors produces sturdy, compact transplants ready for early spring planting. Gentle airflow from fans strengthens young stems and prevents dampening off fungal rot in seedling starter trays. Heat mats maintain optimal 75-degree soil temperatures required for fast, uniform pepper and eggplant germination. Watching the first green sprouts emerge marks the renewal of the annual food production cycle once again. Community gardens foster local food resilience while building shared knowledge and cultural seed exchange among neighbors. Sharing extra seeds and plant starts strengthens community bonds and ensures local food security across seasons. Harvesting rainwater reduces municipal water use while supplying chlorine-free water ideal for sensitive soil biology. Installing pre-filters keeps leaf litter out of water storage, preventing mosquito breeding and line clogging. Off-grid solar irrigation pumps automatically distribute stored rainwater without relying on grid electrical power systems. Installing bee hotels supports native solitary pollinators that enhance fruits set in early spring crops. Perennial herbs provide reliable year-round harvests while offering habitat for beneficial predatory insects' permanent home. Early spring herb blooms supply critical nectar for emerging bees before main summer crops start flowering. Keyhole garden designs combine composting and growing into a single, moisture-efficient, highly productive raised structure. Reusing household gray water through biological reed beds conserves resources while supporting moisture-loving fruit trees. Hugel culture beds buried with rotting wood retain moisture like sponges, requiring zero irrigation once established. Mycelium networks break down woody material, releasing steady nutrients and building long-term soil carbon storage. Integrating annual vegetables with perennial fruit agriculture creates self-sustaining edible ecosystems requiring minimal labor. Layering canopy trees, shrubs, and ground covers mimics natural forest edges to maximize light interception and yield. Mobile chicken tractors integrate livestock to clear crop residue, eat pest larvae, and fertilize soil naturally. Poultry foraging breaks pest reproductive cycles while distributing high nitrogen manure evenly across future planting zones. Making biochar locks atmospheric carbon into stable charcoal forms that hold water and nutrients in soil indefinitely. Inoculating raw biochar with compost tea prevents it from absorbing existing soil nutrients away from growing plants. Building ecological garden diversity creates natural resilience against climate extremes. pests, and nutrient depletion risks. Mastering vegetable gardening is an ongoing journey of observation, experimentation, and lifelong learning from nature. Passing down gardening skills to future generations ensures sustainable food traditions and ecological stewardship endure. Every seed planted represents a step toward food independence, optimal health, and environmental sustainability. By nurturing your soil today, you guarantee abundant, delicious harvests for many productive years to come. Living soil is the true foundation of human health, connecting underground microbial life directly to our dinner plates. Transforming lawns into productive food gardens reclaims land for biodiversity while producing fresh organic nutrition. Patience and daily attentiveness turn simple seeds into extraordinary abundance right in your own backyard. Embrace the rhythms of the seasons and enjoy the deep satisfaction of growing your own clean food. Start small, focus on soil health, and watch your garden thrive with each passing season. Thank you for joining this comprehensive journey into successful, sustainable, organic vegetable gardening. Happy growing, and may your garden yield continuous peace, health, and bountiful harvests every single year. Before concluding, essential safety precautions must be followed to avoid common hazardous gardening mistakes. Never apply raw, uncomposted animal manure directly to vegetable crops due to severe pathogen bacterial contamination risks. Always verify local municipal water usage guidelines and rainwater harvesting regulations prior to installing large storage systems. Plant aggressive, invasive species like mint and horseradish exclusively in contained pots to prevent choking out garden beds. Even natural organic sprays require protective gloves and eyewear during application to prevent personal skin irritation. Carefully read all product labels and safety data sheets, even when using certified organic pest control treatments. Test urban soil for heavy metal contamination, such as lead, before planting edible crops near aged painted structures. If heavy metals are detected, build raised beds filled with tested clean potting soil and line the bottom securely. Avoid using older pressure-treated lumber for raised beds to prevent toxic chemical preservatives from leaching into soil. Choose naturally rot-resistant untreated woods like cedar or redwood for long-lasting chemical-free raised bed construction. Prevent nutrient runoff by applying fertilizers in small measured quantities rather than single massive applications. Be aware that seeds saved from hybrid F1 varieties will not grow true to the original parent plant qualities. Recognizing early symptoms of plant stress allows for fast corrective action before permanent crop damage occurs. Yellowing leaves combined with soggy soil indicate overwatering and poor drainage, leading directly to destructive root rot. Conversely, dry brown leaf tips and soil shrinking away from container edges signal severe underwatering stress. Soak dry soil thoroughly until water drains freely from bottom holes to rehydrate compacted root balls completely. Nutrient lockout happens when improper soil pH prevents plants from absorbing available minerals despite rich soil. Correcting soil pH unlocks bound nutrients, restoring healthy leaf color and balanced growth without adding excess fertilizer. Fine webbing beneath leaf surfaces indicates spider mite infestations brought on by hot, dry microclimate conditions. Increase ambient humidity and spray leaf undersides with strong water jets to disrupt spider mite populations naturally. White papery spots on fruits indicate sun scald caused by excessive exposure to harsh afternoon direct sunlight. Erecting temporary 30% shade cloth protects tender fruits during intense midsummer extreme heat waves. Blossom end rot is caused by localized calcium deficiency due to fluctuating soil moisture levels during fruit expansion. Maintaining steady irrigation schedules eliminates blossom end rot completely without requiring special chemical calcium additions. Damping off fungus causes seedling stems to wither and collapse at soil level in cold, wet conditions. Improve air ventilation. Use sterile seed starter mix and dust soil surfaces with natural antifungal cinnamon powder. To review, successful organic vegetable gardening rests upon three fundamental core principles of sustainable land stewardship. First, feed the living soil ecosystem continuously, and the soil will naturally feed and protect your growing plants. Second, practice proactive daily observation to identify potential pest and moisture challenges before they multiply. Third, work alongside natural ecological processes by encouraging biological diversity and beneficial predator insects. By honoring these natural systems, your backyard garden will become a self-sustaining source of healthy organic food. The flavor and nutritional density of homegrown vegetables far surpasses anything available in commercial grocery stores. Every square foot of productive soil restored contributes positively to local wildlife habitat and planetary ecological health. Growing food connects families with essential ecological cycles and passes priceless practical skills to upcoming generations. Whether managing a small balcony container or a massive backyard plot, the journey starts with one single seed. Start documenting your garden progress today to build personalized knowledge tailored to your unique growing environment. If you found this comprehensive organic gardening guide valuable, please take a moment to support our channel. Hit the like button below to help this educational video reach more aspiring home gardeners worldwide. Subscribe to our channel for weekly practical tutorials on organic food production, soil building, and pest control. Click the notification bell icon so you never miss an episode when new seasonal guides are released. We want to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing your favorite vegetable variety or gardening challenge. Our team responds to user questions directly to assist you with tailored troubleshooting for your specific growing zone. Download our free companion PDF companion guide linked in the description box below for quick offline reference. The printable guide includes custom planting schedules, soil pH charts, and natural companion planting combination matrices. Join our free online community forum to share garden photos, trade heirloom seeds, and exchange local advice. Connect with thousands of dedicated growers around the world who are building food independence together. Check out our playlist on advanced composting techniques appearing on screen right now for your next watch. Learn how to turn kitchen waste into garden gold in our step-by-step hot composting masterclass video. Or click our complete guide to natural pest management to keep your crops chemical-free all year long. Thank you for watching and supporting independent educational content dedicated to sustainable organic living. Remember that every step taken toward growing your own food strengthens personal health and protects natural ecosystem. Nurture your soil with care, observe nature closely, and enjoy the lifelong rewards of organic gardening. We look forward to guiding you through your next successful growing season in our upcoming episode. Until next time, keep planting, keep growing, and continue harvesting your own fresh organic abundance. Visit our website for full articles, downloadable tools, and direct links to recommended organic gardening supplies. Your journey to food self-sufficiency continues today with the simple act of sowing your next seed. Thank you for being part of our global community of passionate organic growers and land stewards. May your gardens yield health, joy, and bountiful organic harvests through every season of the year. Happy organic gardening from all of us, and we will see you in the very next video. Goodbye for now and happy growing.